Hello everybody, Multiman37 back here with another review, this time of the deluxe jikan girade from Kamen Rider Go. And I'm also going to be including the Kamen Rider O's ridewatch, or just the O's ridewatch. I'll get into more of that later, but we'll take a look at the box, then the ridewatch, then the jikan girade. So here we have the box. You got Geo with the Jikagi raid in Ken and Jun mode, or sword and gun mode. Him holding it in gun mode on that side. On this side, him holding it in sword mode, showing off the two modes with Geo in the middle. Bottom, just Geo with the Jikagi raid in the background. And on the back is everything you're going to be doing with this. Now, I'm including... This does not come with the O's ridewatch. The O's ridewatch originally came with the Time Machine, but it's more compatible with the figures than the roleplay toys, and considering how I hardly buy the figures and don't know if I ever will buy the figures, I just decided I'll review it with the Jikan Girade. Now, I do have the Time Machine, kind of like how I had to buy the build phone, but if I ever buy the figures and then review the Time Machine, I will revisit this ride watch for those of you who didn't watch this video, and wow, okay. So, here we have the O's ride watch, based on Kamen Rider O's Tatoba combo. The bezel part, I think that's what you would call this, is yellow, while the body is green. And the face, the picture has the red Taka face, as you can clearly tell. So you have the O's Tatoba combo O-lung chest emblem. And then we have the year O's came out, 2010. Back, standard stuff, QR code. If you want to scan it, go ahead. Free scan on me. You're welcome. So when we turn the face, you get the full image of Kamen Rider O's Tatoba combo. And of course, when we hit the button, and the rider description. And that's it for that. So, let's show it off in the... Whoops. In the... As I was saying, we'll show this off in the... I accidentally hit the finish time button on this, so... Here's the Jiku driver. You know what? I'm just going to put this in one after the other, so... Let's show off the O's ride watch in this thing. So the monitor is now red. Henshin! And there we have the transformation for Kamen Rider Go. O's armor. I almost said Kamen Rider O's Go armor, but you know that wouldn't be right, and I have to make sure that this thing is not doing weird stuff. I need to get a new stand, honestly. Yeah, I definitely do. So here it is. Now we're going to do the finish time. and the spin. So there we have the scanning time break. And that's pretty much it for this ride watch. So I'll put the Jiku driver away for now, as we now take a look at the jikan girade. So the jikan girade is your standard sidearm that can become both a sword and a gun. It is very nice, done out in mostly gray plastic with some Bandai silver. A little bit of green, little bits of green plastic here and there, and you do get metallic green for this section right here. Inside of silver paint, and you also get some writing here. This actually says "Ju" or "gun" in katakana, and this actually will change when I switch it to sword mode. On the back, not much is painted. You do have the release button for the blade / gun barrel. The battery compartment takes 2 AAA batteries, which you have to provide. Speaker, on-off switch. When we turn... Well, actually, let me show you the sword mode first. So for sword mode, you hit the button, and now it is a sword, and now it says 10 or sword. So you kind of see this little section doesn't change, but the rest does. So turn this thing on. So we'll start it with it in gun mode. When you switch it to gun mode, it will say Ju. So that's how you know it's in gun mode, and you get the standard fire. You can rapid fire that if you want. And this has a special attack called the time charge by hitting this button on the top. If you interrupt it, you do get a sound effect, but it doesn't sound all that powerful. You have to wait for it to count down from 5 and then wait for it to say 0 time. And it's counting in Japanese, so... So now it's 0 time. We'll pull the trigger. And of course, this can adapt the power of a ride watch. So we'll start with the Geo ride watch. And that will not change. The ride watch is locked into place, so in order to remove it, you hit this little switch upward. Even has an arrow to show you where to push. Next up, let's use the build ride watch in this. So there's the build Suda shooting. And we'll use O's. Forgot to mention that there is also green paint on the top of the barrel here. Now, for Ken mode, you get sword slashing sound effects. And despite it being small, it is actually a pretty good size for what it is. And of course we have the time charge. The interrupted sound effect and the charged up sound effect. And much like the gun mode, this can also adapt the ridewatch's powers. There we have the girade slash, which is kind of redundant because girade would just mean slash, so it's literally just saying slash slash slash, but whatever. Then build. And then O's. Now I know what you're thinking, what about the other two ride watches that I shown off? Well, while they are compatible with this weapon, I'm not going to use them in this weapon because Gates has a weapon of his own. So when I review Gates' weapon, then I will show off the ride watches that Gates used. But overall, the jikan girade is a pretty cool toy. Definitely not the best, but it is fun to mess around with. And if you can pick up the deluxe O's ride watch by either buying the time machine or buying it used, I definitely think that this is worth it. So I will see you guys later. Take care.